Hi everyone, this is Kruti Jai Pancholi, Assistant Professor in LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. So, you are watching Microwave Engineering videos. Introduction to Microwaves. In this, we are going to discuss regarding the history of microwave, microwave frequency band, application of microwaves and advantage of microwaves. So friends, introduction to microwaves. So what are the microwaves? So microwaves that are the electromagnetic or the radio waves having the higher frequency in order of the gigahertz. These are the electromagnetic waves having the frequency between the 300 megahertz, okay, that is the 0.3 gigahertz and 300 gigahertz, okay, in the electromagnetic spectrum. These radio waves are the electromagnetic waves within the frequency 30 kilohertz to 300 gigahertz, which includes the microwaves. So these microwave frequencies, these microwaves are the higher frequency radio waves and low frequency radio waves at the low frequency band. So microwave frequency are the waves which is having the short wavelength. So basically radio waves are EM waves that are the electromagnetic waves. So here in the diagram you can see that it is the radio frequency spectrum range. Now this radio frequency spectrum range, okay, in that the designation mean are they very low frequency band, very low frequency, medium frequency, high frequency, very high frequency, ultra high frequency, super high frequency, extremely high frequency. So for that the various abbreviations are also given. Very low frequency VLF, medium frequency MF, high frequency HF, etc. Frequency range are also given for this and the wavelength that are also mentioned. So very low frequency, they are having the range from the 3 kilohertz to 30 kilohertz, okay, and if you will calculate the wavelength, okay, by using the formula that is the lambda is equal to C upon F. So by using this formula, we can find out the wavelength. It is from the 100 kilometer to 10 kilometer. Similarly, the low frequency LF 30 kilohertz to 300 kilohertz. So lambda value that is 10 kilometer to 1 kilometer. Medium frequency MF 300 kilohertz to 3 megahertz and wavelength is 1 kilometer to 100 meter. High frequency 3 megahertz to 30 megahertz. It is 100 meter to 10 meter. Very high frequency 30 megahertz to 300 megahertz. Wavelength is 10 meter to 1 meter. Ultra high frequency 300 megahertz to 3 gigahertz. It is 1 meter to 100 millimeter. And next is the super high frequency 3 gigahertz to 30 gigahertz. It is 100 millimeter to the 10 millimeter. Okay, and the last one, that is the extremely high frequency 30 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz. So that is the 10 mm to 1 millimeter. So this way variety of the frequency bands are here. Okay, so now the super high frequency, that is also known as the frequency, okay, that is in the millimeter. So they are known as the millimeter wave frequency, and the millimeter wave frequency that can be also used for the various space applications. Okay, so this entire frequency spectrum of radio waves up to the microwaves and the millimeter waves are divided into the various frequency band as shown in the figure. C is equal to lambda into F, where C is is what? It's a velocity of the propagation of the radio waves. And what is the value of that? It is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So microwaves are basically the microwave plus millimeter waves. Okay, so by combination of this two, the whole frequency band we can form. So radar microwave band. So again, the frequency band that is further divided. And it is divided into the L band, S band, C band, X band, KU band, K band, Ka band, V band and W band. According to that, the frequency range is specified in the gigahertz. 1 to 2 gigahertz, 2 to 4 gigahertz, 4 to 8, 8 to 12, 12 to 18, 18 to 27, 27 to 40 gigahertz, 40 to 75 gigahertz and 75 to 110 gigahertz. In the wavelength range, okay, in the centimeter, for the L band it is the 15 to 30 centimeter, S band 75 to 15, C band 3.75 to 7.5, X band 2.5 to 3.75, KU band is 1.67 to 2.5, K band is 1.11 to 1.67, KA band that is 0.75 to 1.11 gigahertz, okay, 11 centimeter. Then the V band that is the 0.4 to 7.75 centimeter, and last one that is the W band, it is 0.27 to 0.4 centimeter. So this is what, that whatever the microwave band is there, it is further divided into the various frequency band, and that we can see in the diagram. So now the next thing is about the microwave generation. Microwave was first generated by the scientist name is the Heinrich Hertz. That is in the year 1868 at 66 centimeter wavelength, and the frequency was 454.5 megahertz. Millimeter wave signal that was first generated by Sir J.C. Bose in the year 1895 at 5 millimeter wavelength, and it is the 60 gigahertz. So this way the microwave generation that is earlier before, okay, and right now we are using them in a very good applications. So what are the advantages of the microwave compared to the other one? So the microwave having the frequency in the gigahertz. So you know that the lambda is equal to C upon F. If the frequency value is high, lambda value is less. So we can say that these are the waves having the wavelength that is small. Fine. So due to the higher frequency, microwave have an advantage like a larger bandwidth and a higher data rate. There are some other advantage, okay, over the microwaves, over the small low frequency. So very first advantage, that is the large bandwidth. Large bandwidth, that is the bandwidth of the microwave that is larger than the low frequency radio waves. So that if the bandwidth is larger, more data that can be transmitted using the microwave. Because of this, we can use it for the point-to-point communication. Okay, so whenever the point-to-point communication is required, we can go for the use of the microwave. Better directivity. At microwave frequencies, there are the better directive properties. This is due to the relation as frequency increases, wavelength decreases, and the wavelength decreases, directivity that increases, and due to that the bandwidth that is decreases. So it is easy to design and fabricate the high gain antenna in the microwaves. So the better directivity, for that we can see the one of the example. Then suppose the parabola antenna we are considering. Fine. So equation for that is the B is equal to 140 into D upon lambda, and theta value that is proportional to lambda upon D. Okay, so that is why the D is the diameter of the antenna, lambda is the wavelength in centimeter, and D is the beamwidth. Okay, so for example, if we will take the 30 gigahertz. So for the 30 gigahertz, lambda is equal to 1 centimeter, and for the 1 degree beamwidth, D is 140 centimeter. So you know that lambda is equal to C by F. We can put the value of the C and F in the equation, and we can use the equation, okay, for the directivity, and we can find it out the answer. Similarly, if we take the other value, that is the 300 megahertz. So for the 300 megahertz, okay, for the same beamwidth, okay, D is 140 centimeter. So power radiated that also increase as F increase, high gain is available. Another advantage of that is the small size antenna. That microwave that allows to decrease the size of the antenna. Okay, so size of the antenna, okay, that depends upon that value of the lambda. Okay, so the antenna size will be smaller, okay, as the size of the antenna that is inversely proportional to the transmitted frequency. So lambda is equal to C upon F. If F is high, lambda is small, and lambda is small, so that the size of the antenna that becomes again the small. So thus in microwaves, we have waves of a much higher frequency, and higher the frequency, the smaller size of the antenna. Low power consumption. What is this, the low power consumption? So power required to transmit a high signal, that is the less than the power required in transmitting the lower frequency signals. So at the microwaves, the high frequency, and that requires the very less power. So what is it? It's a low power consumption. Fading effect and the reliability. At microwave, the fading is less on the signal transmission, but at the low frequency, due to the transmission medium, fading is more. Point-to-point communication, so there is no obstacle in the path, so the fading effect, okay, that is again less compared to the lower frequency. Again, microwave frequency is high, so it can cover the larger distance. There is no need of the cables. So no need of the cable. It is there. Multiple channels are also available. Line of sight will be disrupted if any obstacles such as new buildings are in the way. Fine. Point to point link. If there is any obstacle between the two links, okay, that will create the disturbance. So that is why the signal absorption by the atmosphere. Microwaves suffer from the attenuation due to the atmospheric conditions. So the towers, okay, are expensive to build. So these are the few disadvantages we can consider. Okay, that this is the expensive the tower making. Next is the application of the microwave. There are a variety of the applications in the various field. Medical field, in the civil applications, there are the various applications in the remote sensing, okay, in the radar, surveillance, air traffic control, navigation, meteorology, treatment of disease, microwave imaging, okay, then the heating, industrial quality control, the radio astronomy, okay, then in the GPS system, the remote sensing system, and in our day-to-day life we are using the microwave oven, okay, so that heating application we are using in the microwave oven, okay, and that is why these applications, okay, that are there in the microwaves. So friends, thanks a lot, and keep watching LJIET Electronics and Communication for more videos. Thank you very much everyone.